Hi everyone. So today is Mental Health Tuesday. I like to come on every so often and do a video about ways to improve your mental health and just your well-being. So today we're going to deal with self-love, and we're going to talk about ways to improve how we feel about ourselves and how we can improve on having self love and caring for ourselves and doing things to just improve our well being. So, by definition, self love is a regard for one's well being and happiness. It is so important that we learn to love ourselves because others won't know how to even approach us or talk to us if we don't learn how to love who we are as a person, and that includes the good parts of you, the not so good parts of you, and learning to understand that we all make mistakes, and it doesn't make you a bad person if you make one mistake, right? It's learning how to just love yourself, forgive yourself, and move forward, right? And learning how to just fall in love with you for who you are. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to ask you two questions, and I want you to really be honest with yourself. So, question number one: what do you like about yourself? What do you like about yourself? I want you to just take 10 seconds to really answer that question. And you can answer it to yourself. Maybe you like the way you smile. Maybe you like your eyes. Maybe you like your creativity. What is it that you love about yourself? Now, if it takes you 15 minutes or 10 minutes to come up with an answer, then you need to watch this video. You need to really listen to the tools on today on how to improve that self love. Because when you truly love yourself, it shouldn't take you that long to figure out what you like about yourself, right? Okay, so how do you speak about yourself? So think about it as you go about your day every day. What are some words that you usually say about yourself? Do you look in a mirror and say, "Oh, I'm just so fat. Oh, I'm just so skinny. Oh, I just wish I had more hips. I wish I had more breasts. I just wish my breasts were bigger." And oh, you know how we talk. I wish my hair was longer. Oh, I wish I had a flatter tummy. Oh, my thighs are so huge. Oh, how do you talk about yourself? What are the words that you normally use? Do you say, "I'm smart, I'm so intelligent, you're going to do great things today, you're powerful"? I want you to really think about that. Ask yourself these two questions. What do you like about yourself, and how do you speak about yourself on a day-to-day basis? Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the tools. So how do I improve the way I view myself? Number one, I got to practice self care. This is so important, especially if you are a mom, whether you're working, whether you're a stay home, whatever you do part time, you have to make time for yourself. You have to focus on your health. If you are not okay, how are you going to be the best parent for your children? How are you going to really, really take time to teach them and teach them how to things about life if you can't even cope with day-to-day life? How can you teach your kids how to learn how to deal with stress if you yourself don't handle it very well, or you have several meltdowns throughout the day? It is so important as mothers that we focus on us, okay, as well as fathers. Even with my husband, I encourage him to go out on fishing trips. I encourage him to go out and spend time with his friends, because that's important for both of us, not just me, but him as well, because he's also helping. We're both working as a team to raise our son. And it's important that we take our time to focus on us. So, number one, you got to practice self care. How do we do that? Some examples could be eating healthy, drinking lots of water, going for a walk or a run, or just doing something fun, something that you enjoy doing. Eating healthy means eating whole foods, nuts, berries, protein like chicken and turkey and eating things that are good for your body. In other words, uh, things that's going to make you have more energy, foods that's going to increase your energy, just things like that. That's what you call having practicing self care, because you're doing things and you're eating things that's going to improve your body's well being, right? Drinking lots of water. We know water is life. We got to have water. We can't live without food and water. So drinking lots of water is good for your body. We know soda is not good. We know that juice is not good. But water is the most healthiest thing you can drink. Going for a walk or a run. So do you like to walk? Do you like to go running? You know, a lot of people don't know that walking really alleviates depression and anxiety. If okay, let's just say you've been sitting in the house all day and you just so happen just to go out, you can tell the difference in your mood. I mean, from the moment you step foot outside and that sunlight hits your face, it's just like you get a boost of energy. It's the same thing when you go for a 30-minute walk. 30-minute walks every day will change your life. If you pair that with a healthy diet, you will lose weight. But taking that 30-minute walk alleviates that depression and it puts you in a better mood. If you don't believe me, go try it. Now, some people like to go run. Recently, I just started running. I used to not like running at all, but now that I'm really practicing taking care of myself and watching what I eat, now I have energy to actually run. And I never thought I would even get to that place in my life. But again, it's all about improving self-love, right? And doing something fun. What do you like to do for fun? Do you like to go out with your friends? I know that we are in a pandemic, so you know we're quarantining right now. So what are some ways that you like, things that you like to do to have fun while in a pandemic? You could listen to a podcast. You could go to the park. You could go play soccer. You could do basketball. You could maybe do gardening. You could plant some flowers. Maybe you could even go and volunteer at a food bank or maybe a shelter or something. Whatever it is that's going to be safe, that allows you to have some fun, please do it. It is so important, especially during this quarantine. Do you know that the numbers, the cases of students, teenagers, with the suicide in teenagers has went up? The cases have actually increased since this pandemic, because kids are used to going to school, seeing their friends, having fun, and now they're stuck at home learning behind a computer. They can't go anywhere. They can't really do much. And it's really affecting our children. And we, even with our children, we've got to learn how to take them out, go in the backyard, go in the neighborhood and play, do something. If it's nothing but playing basketball or soccer, do something with them so they can get out and get some sunlight and alleviate that loneliness, that feeling of loneliness and depression. As humans, we have to socialize at some point. It is very unhealthy to be isolated. Very unhealthy. So even if you have one or two friends, go out with the people that you love, but just be safe. Okay, so number 2, you have to make time to ground yourself. For example, meditation, journaling, or an activity that you love to do, such as knitting, singing, writing, dancing, or poetry. Maybe you like to write poetry, or maybe you just like to read poetry. Whatever it is that you like to do, you got to make time to just ground yourself, which means that you're doing things to center yourself and to come back to who you are as a person and what you like to do. Meditation is very good. Meditation, prayer, whatever you like to do is very good, because you're breathing, you're thinking about all the things that you're grateful for. You're thinking about where you want to go in life, and you're in the present, right? You're not in the past, but you're in the present, and you're living in the present, and you're allowing yourself to feel. These things are important because they bring you back into alignment, okay? Journaling is where you just write down things. I did a video on journaling. If you want to go check it out on my page on YouTube. And it just gives a detailed way of how you can journal. There's different ways to journal, but it's up to you according to what kind of person you are. So journaling is good because you can write down your feelings and express yourself. Only thing is just writing it down. Some people just like to take whatever they write down and just throw it away, and that's fine. That's a form of releasing emotions and feelings, right? Okay, so whatever it is that you like to do, do it, because it grounds you and brings you back into an alignment. Number 3, in the last point, you got to be your own cheerleader. Yes, you have to be your own encourager. Yes, you do. Why is that? Because sometimes people in our lives that we love get busy, or sometimes they don't understand our passion. They don't understand why we're so motivated to do what we do. And sometimes they don't know how to encourage us. So you got to learn how to be your own cheerleader. I think one of my problems in the past was I was expecting the wrong people to be what I wanted them to be. Oh boy, that's a word right there. I was expecting people who weren't capable of being what I needed. Instead of looking within, looking inside my own self, looking to my own self and my gifts and my creativity, even to God, I was looking for them to affirm me and what I could do. That was my problem. So I had to learn how to be my own cheerleader. You do whatever you have to do to encourage yourself. You are powerful. You are leaders. Some of you that are watching me, you are leaders. You're natural born leaders. And people have discouraged you and tried to make you move to the back of the crowd, right? Just hide yourself. But I want to encourage you to come forth. Walk in your destiny. You be your own encourager. Even if nobody else believes in you, you got to believe in you. Because why? You're on your own path. You have your own destiny. You have your own purpose. Only you know what's best for you. You have got to be your own encourager because you know where you want to go. Nobody else knows. They don't know what's in your heart and they don't know what's in your mind, but you know. And so you have to get in the habit of doing it. So how do you do that? Treat yourself with kindness. Yes. Treat yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you're like me and you're a perfectionist, I'm a perfectionist. Maybe you're like me. I have to learn, and my husband gets on me all the time. We have to learn as our personality. We try to be perfect all the time, but sometimes it's okay. It's okay to not make the bed up. It's okay if there is a little speck of dirt on the floor. It's okay if your children have toys all over the living room. Sometimes I tell myself, okay, it is okay. Just let them stay there. Deal with it tomorrow. Don't stress yourself out. These are the things that you have to be kind with yourself, because you can't control everything. We can't control every single thing, every fiber of our being. We can't do it. It's just outside of our what do you call it? Our I don't even know the word, but we can't control everything. God controls everything, and there's just some things that we can't control that He has to take over, right? Yes. Oh, yes. We have to learn to let go. And so for me, sometimes I don't make the bed up. I do it on purpose because I'm learning how to unlearn all the things that I was taught that I had to be. So it's all about unlearning some things and relearning new habits. Okay, so you got to accept your flaws. There's just some things that you just know you need to work on. And you got to learn to accept that about yourself. For me, again, is me being a perfectionist. I know that that is a flaw. I know that sometimes it can be annoying, even to people around me. They're like, oh my gosh, you don't take all that. But for me, I know that that's a flaw. And I accept that about myself. I do. I'm a perfectionist and I like things to be a certain way. But I'm learning that things are not going to always be perfect. And I'm learning to just let go. Let's see. So treat yourself with kindness, accept your flaws, limitations, and your mistakes. Yes, there's things that you and I have done in the past, and we wish we could go back in time and change them. But guess what? I don't think there's a time machine. I don't think anybody's ever invented a time machine yet, so there's no way for us to go back there and say things differently, do things differently. What's done is done. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. It's done. It happened, but here we are. We're still living, we're breathing, we're alive, we have a chance to make things right with the present moment. I mean, live in the moment. There's nothing you can do. That's why it's back there. It's in the past for a reason. We got to keep moving forward. Time waits for no man, right? Doesn't wait for no man. Time don't wait for you. When you're in the bed, sleep in the morning, and you just say, "Oh, just 10 more minutes," and you go to sleep again, and the alarm is going off, and you hit it 5 more minutes, and time is just ticking, and you just keep hitting that snooze button. It's not waiting for you. You gotta be woman and man enough to say, "Okay, I'm getting up. I have to go to work. I got things to do," and that's the same thing about life. I cannot sit there waddling in things that happened in the past. I can't change them. Only thing you can do is apologize with your heart and move forward. And if they can't apologize or forgive you, then it's on them. Why? Because you've done your part. You've made peace with what you've done. You've made peace in your heart about what happened. Okay? So now it's not on you anymore. So keep moving forward, my sister. Move forward, my brother. It's done. It is done. You are wasting so much time worrying about your flaws, your mistakes, limitations. Accept yourself. Accept the mistakes and move forward. And that's it. That's all you can do. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to take time this week to actually write down 10 things that you love about yourself. I want you, when the kids sleep and you've done everything you need to do in the house and you get some time to yourself where you can breathe, I want you to take time to sit down, get your journal, get your notepad, get paper, and write down things. 10 things that you love about yourself. Just 10 things, just 10. 10 things, and really think about it. Really think about it. For me, I like to go outside. I like going outside in nature. Nature grounds me. For me personally, I love going outside. I have to go outside every day, unless it's raining, of course. But going outside and being in nature, it really grounds me. It brings me back into alignment. If I've been stressed that week or I'm having a stressful morning, it's just something about going for a walk and being outside and smelling the air and looking at the trees and seeing the beautiful flowers. It brings me so much peace, a peace that I can't even describe to you. Whatever it is that you need to do to find that peace where you can really sit down and focus on things that you love about yourself, you do that. You do that. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go outside this evening and I'm going to write down 10 things that I love about myself. And and I'm done. I'm pretty much done. But, we live in a world where people expect so much out of us. We got to look a certain way. Our makeup has to be on point. Our hair has to be on point. We got to lose weight. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to be this. First you got to learn to accept you for you. You got to love the way you look. Whether you got rolls, whether you got abs, you got to learn how to love you. You got to learn how to love yourself before you start to work towards that path of losing that weight or doing something different with yourself. You got to learn to love yourself and accept yourself before you start making changes. Because if you make those changes, you're still going to feel the same way about yourself. No matter if you change your nose, your lips, whatever, You got to learn how to accept you for who you are. Because no matter what you do, you still going to not like who you are. So I am done. I do want to mention that as of right now, I currently enjoy listening to funny podcasts. I like listening to, who is it? Sherry Shepherd and Kim Whitley, Two Funny Mamas. I think they have some episodes on YouTube and on Spotify. And they are hilarious. Here recently, I like to take time in the morning while I'm eating my breakfast. I like to sit down, and after I do devotion, I like to watch them because they are hilarious. And for me, I love it because I can identify with them because they're both moms, and they talk about real things, and I love being around real people. And I love listening to podcasts that I can resonate with, I can identify with, because then it affirms who I am and what I deal with every day with being a mom and a wife. And those things are important. Laugh. Find things that make you laugh. Watch a funny movie or something like that. But just find ways to improve the way you feel about yourself. It's so important. And now that we're in a pandemic, we have so much time to do that. Like, there's no excuse. We're at home more than we ever been before, some of us. And we have time now to really work on ourselves. Like, really dive deep and deal with all of these hidden wounds, all those things that we kind of just kicked under the rug for years. Come on, take some time and deal with it. I don't know about you, but I don't want to live the rest of my life being a perfectionist or focusing on things that are not even important. I want to live a peaceful life where I'm at peace with who I am totally. So I don't know what your goals are in life, but I just encourage you to be happy with you and do things to improve your self care and love for yourself. So thank you guys so much for watching. I just hope and pray that this video was very informative for you. I hope that you will do the exercise where you write down the 10 things that you love about yourself. And I hope that this inspired you to encourage yourself and to not be so hard on you. You've been through a lot. You've came through a lot. And you've had to witness a lot. Some of you have witnessed some things that cause you to have PTSD. Well, I'm sending love to you. I'm sending positive energy to you. I'm sending healing to you. God loves you. God loves you. He admires you. Glory to God. You are His creation, and He wants you to be healed. Amen. And you can be healed. So again, thank you so very much for tuning in today. And I hope and pray that you will learn to love yourself because you are worth it. Thank you.